Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is SmokeySteveAndMarc.
Oh, yes, it is.
Welcome back, and happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday, everybody. You
Finally,
made
it's
it
Friday.
through another week.
It's been a week. It's been a week in the life. It has.
Yeah, well, things are rapidly changing.
They are.
You know.
Busy week.
We're out of the red. We're in the yellow.
We are.
Which is not
doesn't
that
feel that much
big
different.
of a difference.
Actually.
No, but we're opening Monday, though.
Outdoor dining is opening up in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to sit far away and whatnot.
I still have to wear masks going into everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's going to go on for a while.
But it's like kind of no big deal. I mean, I haven't run into anybody that was like obnoxious about not wearing one yet.
No, I haven't yet either.
It's, you know, and I haven't made a scene with anyone who wasn't.
No.
But it's kind of like passe now. It's like, okay, I need my wallet, I need my keys, I need my mask when I'm leaving the house, and keep one in the car in case.
Yeah, that's what I do. I keep it in the car because I will never remember.
No.
I just
you forget stuff all
constantly.
You're always
back all the
You're
time.
never really gone when you leave.
I know.
If he's going to the store, he's not really gone. He'll be back in a few minutes because he forgot his coffee, his coupons, wallet, something. Keys, occasionally. Me. Yeah. Something's always not there.
Yeah, I know.
But it's a hot one today here. I
It
just
is.
turned the air on. I went out at noon and it wasn't that hot, and now we're like moving and putting up lights and things. It's hot.
It did.
I'm
It got
schwitzing.
hot. It did.
Yeah.
Like quickly. You know, it's been weird. It's been up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And when it goes, I mean, it gets like chilly, and then boom, the next day it's 9. It's just, it's
know.
odd. The weather's been odd recently.
It has been.
I mean, you know, just goes in with this, 2020. Like, everything is just, this whole year's been very strange.
I know. Which plague is next?
I know. It's so weird.
After the murder hornets, I was like,
I know,
and then,
right?
And then I was reading on the news a few days ago. I'm not an alarmist, but they were talking about seismic activity at Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, there's that, the super volcano.
Yeah.
Like, and asteroids?
I
don't
think
know.
it's this type of, this area. I know it's the world over. But when I first moved here, we had a massive flood. I mean,
It was huge.
floodgates.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked
bad.
militaristic. Is that a correct word?
I suppose.
Like, I went out, there was military trucks everywhere. I mean, everything was vacated. The water was to the top of the walls.
Yeah.
An earthquake.
We did.
We had an earthquake.
We
the
have an
same
earthquake
time.
here a measurable one every 20 years.
Yeah.
Maybe every 30 years. We don't get a lot.
That was my first experience with an earthquake. I was like,
Mine too.
Whoa.
The house was shaking. I called my mom at work. I was still in the middle of drinking and being nuts at the time. And she didn't believe me. I said, the house is shaking.
Yeah.
She all but hung up.
Yeah.
We found out later there was an earthquake.
There
It was like
was.
one big snap.
yeah.
Because we're on rock. We're not on sand. So it's like, imagine if you took a hammer and hit it into sand. Not much moves.
Right.
You hit a hammer into some kabong.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. It just pinged underneath all of
That
us.
was a good analogy.
Yeah. I didn't make
very
it up. I
good.
saw it on TV.
Or
Or I might have heard it in college. I took catastrophic geology for my science class.
Oh, that sounds cool.
They used to call it rocks for jocks because it was what all the idiots would take for science.
Oh.
Which is what I took because I did enough science in high school. I was done.
Yeah.
Give me something easy. So
Yeah.
I didn't even buy the book. I got an A.
Well, I was working at a bakery, and I was in the back room, and we have a very long hallway there, and it was lined with those metal shelves, floor to ceiling. And I was like, whoa, what is that? And I looked, and the shelves were going like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is happening? I don't know. It was just very, very unsettling. We'll put it that way. I had just moved here.
Yeah. I mean, I can live with 2 feet of snow. I can get through that. We've had blizzards here.
Yeah.
It happens. We've even had tropical weather time to time. But earthquakes, we don't do. That'd be like if there was a blizzard in Los Angeles. Like,
Yeah.
how well would y'all cope? I know that when it snows outside of areas, like if it snows in D.C., 2 inches of snow, and the whole place shuts down.
Yeah, true.
And people treat us like that too, because if you're like Canadian or something, if we get 6, 7 inches, things will shut down. They're like, that's not enough to shut down.
Yeah,
'Cause we do.
I know.
But so it is the weekend.
It is.
It is the weekend.
Oh, I'm so happy it's the weekend.
I hope you're thinking through weekend plans if you have any.
Yes.
Ours are quite. I don't have any. which is how I kind of like my weekends.
You know, I really don't either. I have a list of stuff that I personally want to get done.
Yeah.
You know, which is
Yay long.
very long. And then I'll beat myself up if I don't get it done.
Take some stuff off the list.
I am going to. No, I'll probably work in the garden most of the weekend.
I'll do.
I enjoy that.
I'll do Foodie Beauty tomorrow. Tomorrow's Coffee Talk.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. She didn't put out a lot of videos yet. She put out one earlier today, late last night maybe, talking about the riots and the situation and George Floyd and all that. About 6 hours after Amber Lynn Reed did hers.
Interesting.
Was she just waiting to see if the waters were tested?
One day
know.
she will be Amber Lynn Reed.
I only watched half of it. I can't really comment. But it wasn't anything, that I would turn it on and immediately go, she is so foolish.
Yeah. Well, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's for tomorrow.
That's for coffee talk.
But I'm licking my chops already, so we'll see. I'm not coming for her hard, but it's only Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll see.
A lot can happen in 24 hours.
It certainly can. It certainly can, as we found out since yesterday.
Yeah.
From yesterday's video. Thank you to anyone who watched yesterday. And don't forget, if you watched yesterday, we have renewed into a new, are you looking for the Amazon thing?
I'm looking for my prop.
A new weekly contest, giveaway, what have you. Last week we did a $50 giveaway to Amazon.
We did. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mary Beth. And this week we're doing a $25 Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
All you need to do is, comment on yesterday's video.
Yeah. On yesterday's After the Caretaking Life
video.
After Caretaking video. All you got to do is comment beneath it, and we will actually use the randomizer this time.
And we never
now
said
we know how to do it.
We never said what to comment, so I guess just comment.
Whatever,
Put whatever. You can flatter us. You can, tell us to screw off. Your name will be entered anyway.
Yes.
We're all about positivity here, so even if you put something, not too obscene, you'll still be entered.
Yeah.
So, and then we'll pull it next Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay? So, God, that takes care of everything.
But that's the business.
And then I'm gonna, quietly watch the rest of the weekend from my chair.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll go for a walk tomorrow, probably.
I like the weekends because I like the ease into the day. I get up at 6:45 during the week and I try to ease into the day. I have to be there 2 hours later, and it just seems like by the time I get up and get ready and get the dishes, do my it's like it just seems like I'm rushing, even though I'm not rushing when I work.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense or not, but on the weekends, I like the ease into the day. I get caught up on all of my messages and my emails and all that stuff because they lingers on my mind. Do you know what I mean? If I'm like, oh, I didn't get to the emails today, it'll be on my mind until I do it.
Yeah.
I can't. I just wish I could put that stuff aside. I can't.
Talk about rushing. This morning, I had to give a presentation at 10.
Yeah.
I thought it was at 1. So at 9:59, the woman who recruited me to do it calls and said, Steve, are you today is the thing? And I'm like, yeah, it's at 10. Crap, I'm still in my pajamas. So I dash into the bedroom, throw on a polo shirt, I still have shorts on, slick my matted blonde hair into something presentable, rip out my nose ring, grab my computer, which suddenly works today.
Oh, good.
Whatever. My new battery came, though, in the office, so I have to go in Monday.
Oh, good. Okay.
And proceed to give it to not that many people.
Well, that was good.
I was thinking I've given it a bunch of times. There's only maybe a dozen or so topics that kind of repeat over and over that providers ask for. It's just community education about mental health stuff. So sometimes providers want it, they want their staff to have it, sometimes they want their consumers and clients to have it. So I pulled my shit together pretty fast this morning.
That's very good. I'm very proud.
Because the last one was Tuesday at 1, so when that got bumped, I thought, oh, Friday at 1. I didn't think that it was scheduled for a different time. So I pulled one out of the fire today.
Well, good.
Luckily, because I do actually a lot of videos, I'm comfortable talking for a long period of time.
On video,
uninterrupted, and just try to keep it moving and try to keep it on topic. So, it was good.
Well, that's good.
That's
good. I just had a regular day at work. Nothing, we are opening next week, and we have the patients scheduled, and we're doing a soft opening where we're only seeing a certain number of patients in person. and then we'll rotate that by the week until we're completely in the green, and then, you know, open the doors. But same thing, they have to have a mask, you know, we're doing the social distancing, and we have the office set up where, like, they're going to be, like, in an office, like, no one's going to be in the waiting room, you know, like that type of thing. So, I don't know, it seems like it might work. I'm curious to see how I think it's going to be a mess, but
I don't know.
it's just my opinion.
I don't know. I travel a lot, and they're talking about staggering office days where I work, but I usually would be on the road, and a lot of places aren't letting people come in. And, you know, how do I disinfect a car when I'm done? Am I going to have to wipe the whole thing down with alcohol sanitizer and wipes? And, I mean, I want to bring my computer in for repair. Do I have to get in there with, like, Lysol and clean all the keys before somebody else can touch it? So there's all sorts of considerations in a workplace that we don't have. I don't come home and take my temperature before I come in.
Right.
You know,
we have to do that, too,
I have to
when
do
they
that
walk
at work.
in.
Take my temperature, appropriately put gloves off and on.
Yeah.
Well, so it goes. It's this or unemployed. It's this or sick. I mean,
good point.
I should shut the hell up.
Yes. But that's next week.
That's next week.
Live in the moment. It's Friday. What are we having for dinner tonight?
Well, actually,
I like to eat something. I like Friday. Our cheat nights used to be Wednesdays. Remember when we were doing like weigh-in Wednesday, and it always like made knows that we would weigh in on Wednesday and then talk about our cheat night.
Yeah.
Oh.
It worked for a while.
It did work for a while. Now I'm kind of digging having the cheat night on the weekend.
Because it makes it feel more like a treat.
It does.
It's special.
It does. Maybe we'll pizza.
Yeah, we do have. I think we have a pizza in the freezer. You could cook, you know.
I actually did cook. Thus, the shirts.
Yes.
I made soup.
He did make soup.
I know, it's 90 degrees out, but you know what? For some reason, you probably know this already, but I don't know. I have this insatiable kind of, like, I love tomato soup, and I've been eating it, like, just about every day. Just about every day.
It's becoming an issue.
I have soup, and it's specifically tomato soup. I'll switch it around every once in a while and be throwing vegetables.
Now, you're not so rigid. You have varieties. You'll have tomato red pepper.
You'll
have tomato
pasta.
Bisque. You'll have tomato pasta. You'll have hearty tomato, not spicy tomato anything, really.
I don't really like spicy stuff, but I do like the bisques and things like that. So I thought, I mean, you know, I do cook.
Well, why don't you make your own? And that's where this went.
Yeah, and that's where this went. So I ended up making a really, really easy, tasty, delicious, hearty tomato soup with Israeli couscous and chicken sausage.
It smells good.
Yes. Do you want to see it now? All right, let's... Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Let's Cook Something. Today it's all about tomatoes. Well, it's all about tomato soup, actually. If you've been watching for any amount of time, you know that recently I've been having a kind of a taste for tomato soup. I've been eating it pretty much almost every day. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm just loving it. Now, I do like the canned soups. I do. I like the Progressos. They have a lot of nice varieties. I don't really care for Campbell's concentrated tomato soup, but they have a line called Yes, and they have a tomato carrot bisque that is fantastic. But I'm like, I'm a chef. Why aren't I making tomato soup myself? Ding, 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 ding. All right, so we're going to make some hearty tomato soup with Israeli couscous and chicken sausage today. So let's cook something, okay? All right, so for this recipe, you'll need about 1 cup of chopped yellow onion. You'll need some salt, pepper, and oregano. We have some chicken sausage right here, and I have the ground, paste chicken sausage. You could also use regular sausage. You could use regular chicken, whichever you would like. We also need 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, which have been minced. 1 Roma tomato, which I diced. You'll need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of concentrated chicken stock. I'm using liquid. You could also use the other type. And you could also use 2.5 cups of your own chicken stock. We also need about 1/2 cup of Israeli couscous and about a half a cup of shredded Parmesan. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, to start, we will need some olive oil, and we're just going to add that to a pot, you know, stock pot, whatever you want to use. This recipe is going to make enough for 2 servings, but it is so forgiving. You can double it, triple it, quadruple it for however many you're making the soup for. So the first thing we're going to do is take our chopped up onion and we're going to saute that in a hot pan along with some salt, and you guessed it, some pepper, and we'll be adding salt and pepper throughout this, so, you know, we're going to add it probably 3 times maybe. Alright, now we're just going to saute these onions until they're translucent and, you know, nice and tender, probably about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, do you ever make a recipe and you're left with half an onion or a quarter of an onion? Don't throw that away. Do you ever wonder what to do with it? Here's a suggestion. Slice it up, caramelize it in a saute pan with some butter, put it in the fridge, and use it to top sandwiches with. Great way to use up some onion, huh? Alright, how are we doing here? Alright. I think that's pretty good. I love the smell of sauteed onions. Okay, let me get my next step here. Okay, so next to this, we are going to add our chicken sausage. Now, like I said, I'm using the, I think they call this pate, but, you know, whatever. It's just ground up chicken sausage. And I said before, this is a perfect time where you could add any other type of protein you'd like. You could add regular chicken. You could use regular Italian sausage too, which I think would taste absolutely delicious. Alright, so as that cooks, you're going to want to break it up so it's crumbly while it's cooking. Let's get that going there. Alright. So you're going to want to let this saute for approximately 4 minutes, just so that chicken sausage is all the way cooked through. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Alright, looks pretty good there. At this point, we are going to add our minced garlic. Just like that, get all that goodness out of there. Okay? And you're going to add a pretty heavy pinch of oregano as well. And you're going to let that saute, oh, I would say just for a minute or so. We're not, you know, garlic cooks really, really quick. So, we're going to let that go for about a minute. Now, again, I finely chopped my garlic. Now, you can chop it a little bit thicker if you like big chunks of garlic in soup, which I do like, but I wanted this to be a little of a smaller dice, so to speak. Alright, so that's ready. We move this out of the way here. And now we're going to add our tomatoes. That's 1 Roma tomato, which I diced up. Give that a stir in there, and again, let that simmer just for a little bit, just until the tomatoes kind of get heated through, like that. Now, again, just like the garlic, you can cut your tomatoes as thick or as thin as you want for this. You can even add a few more tomatoes if you want to have more chunks in there, if you know what I mean. I love a good, chunky, hearty tomato soup, for real. I do. Just saying.
You're kind of a soup slut, though. I mean, you'll eat any tomato soup. Except Campbell's.
A soup slut?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
You'll get it. You'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Got you. Okay. So let that simmer for just a minute until it's ready, and I think that's pretty good. All right. So at this point, we are going to add our water. This is 2.5 cups of water. I'm going to add that in there just like so. We're also going to put our tomato paste in there. That's 2 tablespoons of tomato paste.
This is already smelling good.
It is, I know, right? And you can get, if you can find these at your store, oh, these are fantastic. 2 tablespoons tomato paste ready to go. Love it. Just a little, you know, tip there. Okay, give that a stir. Break up that tomato paste a little bit. All right, and now we're going to add our chicken stock concentrate. Now, I like to use the liquid stock concentrate like that, but you could use the other type too that come in a jar or a can. And like I said, if you don't want to start with concentrate, use your own homemade chicken broth, just 2.5 cups of it. Either way, it'll turn out delicious. And at this point, I add another pinch of salt and another pinch of pepper. Now we're going to give this a stir. Yeah, it does smell good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what you want to do is bring that up to a boil. Well, you can see already, you can see all the ingredients in there. Nice. The next step, once this comes to a boil, we're going to add our Israeli couscous. Now, what is couscous? Couscous was developed in 1950, somewhere around the 1950s, as a way to kind of feed all of the influx of immigrants coming to Israel. Often thought of as a whole grain, it's actually not. It's actually a type of pasta made with semolina flour and water. So that's what couscous is. It's also known as giant couscous or pearl couscous. It's all couscous, okay? So if you haven't tried couscous, you gotta try it. It's very easy to make, and people seem to be real intimidated by making couscous. Not exactly sure why, but they are.
It cooks itself.
It does cook itself.
Traditional.
And as you can see, we're going to cook it right in there. You know, as soon as that comes to a boil, we're going to add this here. Okay, this is a 1/2 cup of regular Israeli couscous. But if you want to use giant or pearl or whatever type you want, that's fine. We're at a boil, and we're going to add that in there. We're going to give that a stir. Just like so. Once again, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, and you may wonder why I'm doing everything in steps like this. Well, I'll tell you. Soups are, how can I say this? Soups are best, they're more robust, they are more flavorful if you make them properly. And by properly, I mean building flavors. Much like you're using a saute pan, like when you're doing a saute dish, you're building on flavors. You're doing the same thing when you're making soup. You're going to build those flavors up so that you have a real robust, great tasting soup, okay? Now, obviously, if you're in a hurry and you're making some chicken noodle soup, you can throw some chicken concentrate, water, some chicken, some carrots, some onions, all in there and just let it boil. But if you do it my way, you'll never go back to just boiling your soup, if you know what I mean. All right, so we're gonna let this cook on a simmer. I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. Let that cook on a simmer for about 10 minutes until the couscous is nice and tender. Following that, serve it. Top it with some shredded Parmesan cheese, and oh man, you're gonna have some good soup, right? Alright, so I'll see you in about 10 minutes. So that was the soup. That was the soup.
And that is the soup.
This is the soup. I'm trying to tilt it without it spilling so you can see it.
Don't spill. It's like napalm. It smells really good.
Now, we did put the shredded Parmesan on it, but my favorite thing in the entire world is tomato soup, any kind of tomato soup, with shredded sharp cheddar on it. Oh, I'll even cube it up and mix it in with the soup. You gotta try it like that. Super delicious with some tortilla chips on the side. Good? Good. I'm glad.
I like soup you have to chew.
Yeah.
Hearty.
It's hearty. It's definitely hearty, yeah.
Do you want?
No, I'm waiting for dinner. I tasted it.
Well, I'm gonna spoil my dinner, I think, a little bit.
Well, you're allowed.
I'll hide my
You're
shame.
allowed.
I'll do it off camera.
Yeah. Well, I hope you like that. I hope you try to make it. I try to keep it simple, you know, and easy, but really good, you know. And it's a pretty decent recipe.
It is, and you know what? There's not a lot of soup for two things that you see out there. It's always for 12.
Yeah.
You know, like you're
big
cooking for an
pot
army.
of soup.
Add 8 cups of water. I'm gonna throw away more than half of a pot of soup if I make it for 8, and it's just for me or you, because you'll eat it one day and not the next.
Yeah.
And I'll eat it until I'm sick of it on principle.
Yeah.
So,
and that was kind of like a sneak peek. That's another recipe that I'm going to release as a standalone video for our new segment later on this month. So, I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of liking that.
yeah.
I wanted like a place to like show off or have a place to put those type of things.
Yeah.
Like just DIYs, just cooking, just, you know,
Just the facts,
just
ma'am.
their own thing.
Just the facts.
Without me yapping.
Well, that's part of your unique charm, so there's going to be some of that
You're
in there.
so kind.
So some of that's going to work its way in anyway. But I think for
Yeah.
folks that maybe aren't necessarily interested in us, but are interested in soup,
In learning how to make something. Exactly.
might
Yeah.
be more inclined to pass along that. So,
Yeah, they would check it out, and then of course when they see it, they're gonna come over.
They're going to be
it.
gobsmacked,
Yes,
share it on
of
Twitter,
course.
and then we're going to be huge.
That's the hope.
Totally kidding. Big. Big C, big. So,
Oh,
well,
how'd you like that? How'd you like that?
stuck a sticker on a mug, so it's our...
Well,
That's our merch.
First of all, we don't have soup spoons. We
No.
don't. And we have no soup bowls at all in the house. We have
We don't have plastic and Tupperware
that
generally.
we get our soup out of, and those plastic mugs with the lids on, and we put the soup in there.
Lest you were concerned that we were snobs off camera.
We don't even have soup bowls. Isn't that pathetic?
We're
We should-
not. We have
I
enough.
wish we did have them.
We have enough
we
dinner
should get
plates
them.
for about 15 people to come over, and we have enough drinking
Love
glasses
dinner plates.
for 10.
I think you should have a complete set, no matter, even if it's just you or I
There's no-
I like.
We don't even have a dining room. There's no chairs in the kitchen. It's just our cozy little lair. You know, we don't usually have company over
I'm
unless
a
it's my
chef.
parents, maybe.
My world was food for years and years and years and years. So I think that maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe
Because
you
I've
think
always
big.
had sets of dinnerware.
Yeah.
Always. Falls graph. I had my falls graph for so many years. I don't even know what happened to it.
I mean, I'm not being minimalist and saying we need 2 forks and 2 knives and this house is cluttered. I mean, I'm not going that far. But
no, but I like a whole set of silverware that all matches, including having, you know, soup spoons,
soup spoons.
dessert forks, regular forks.
Shrimp forks?
Shrimp forks would be nice.
When was the last time you had shrimp?
A long time. This soup would be fantastic with shrimp in it.
I said that. I thought it
Yeah.
would be good with
Actually,
shrimp.
you could add shrimp to the rest. Like, keep the chicken sausage, and it
And
would
add
be
shrimp.
kind
It
of
would be tasty.
gumbo-ish,
It
you
would
know.
be tasty.
Ish. Yeah, add shrimp, add okra.
And
Boom, you have gumbo.
There you go. See? See?
So versatile, you know.
That's the 20 years of cooking coming out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's what I like about cooking, is being creative.
Yeah.
But I would love to have a matching set of dinnerware that had soup bowls.
It's just not that important.
I know. That's why we don't get it, because you don't think it's important. I'm going to order some today. No, I won't.
No, you're not.
But I
You're
used to
not.
have a set for the holidays, too. I would take out all the dinner and put the set of Christmas ones in there.
Now, my parents have, like, the holiday china, the good china, and they use that on the holidays.
Yeah, good china. And
My
regular
parents got over not using, I think my mother took out the real silver and started using it every day. She's like, what are we saving it for?
Yeah.
Use it every day. Why not use the good silver every day? You know?
Yeah.
Every day can be special. So,
This is true, yeah.
but no, I don't think we need, you know, what do we need next? Bar glasses? Like for aquavit, brandy,
We'll see. Maybe it'll come in the mail.
martini glasses.
It might just show up on our doorstep.
I might put it back on the doorstep for the neighborhood boys to take.
I won't do that. I promise I won't do it.
Take
All right.
me, please. I'll just write it on the box.
Yeah, I know. I do want to kind of downsize. I do.
Yeah.
We have too much stuff.
Well, the opposite of
I've started.
downsizing is buying stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
no.
How else can I get it?
You work on that. You know,
All
I don't.
right.
I don't usually tell you no in the end anyway.
No, you don't. But you sulk. And I
So
did-
what? You win
I
anyway.
did
You get to
too.
keep the shit.
I guess that's true.
It all evens out.
I guess that's true.
Well, at any rate, before I mukbang, thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email address and our contact info is all listed down below. Thank you once again, and I will catch up with you tomorrow for some coffee talk.
Oh, yes, you will.
We'll see. We'll see what comes up before now and tomorrow.
Yes, it was great spending time with you tonight. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. And I guess I'll see you next time. Remember, stay safe, stay well. But above all else, stay positive. All right. Ciao, everybody.